So join me for this week's video if you want to learn how to make a hat box style arrangement but using a cardboard gift box. Welcome back to our set of videos aimed at arranging flowers for Christmas. My name is Sharon Dower. If you haven't been here before, welcome to my channel. I'm the founder of Sharon Dower Online Flower School, and if you want to pop over to the website, which is linked in the description box below, you will find lots of tutorials and online courses to help you learn floral design. Today is the second time we're going to use this cardboard presentation box to create a floral design. Last time we had the lid of the box on the side and I created more of a curved sort of L-shaped design, but this time I'm going to do almost like a posy shape arrangement on the top. But I'm going to use the same flowers as that previous design, so you get to see a variation in the styles of arrangements that you can do using the same flowers. Now what we're looking to do here is to create an outline. Some of the foliage is already cut to a perfect length, and remember I've only just taken this out of the previous arrangement, so I don't need to give it a fresh cut. It has literally just come out of floral foam. So what I'm going to do is mix and match the greenery through. Not too much of a formal pattern, nothing too complicated. These set of videos are really aimed at beginners. So what you're looking to do is stick to the outside of the floral foam and create a skirt or a collar around the outside, trying to keep a circular shape. Now this one is leucothe. It's a garden foliage or something you could buy from a florist. And this one is red robin, Photinia red robin, another one that will grow quite nicely in the garden here in the UK and anywhere with a similar temperature, or something you could buy in the florist shop. Now I'm not rushing to immediately fill in the centre part of my design. I'm getting that nice circular edge in first. It's hard to get foliage underneath your arrangement if you cover this top section first. So my tip for this arrangement is to do that outside edge first. And you'll see that because the cardboard box didn't have any waterproof lining, I've gone around the outside with just a plastic bag to make sure that it's watertight and I'm not going to damage that box. And then when I'm happy that I've created a fairly good circular design, I'm going to add in some greenery towards the middle. This is a radial design, so all our stems radiate away from the centre point. They look like they're all growing out of the middle of my container. And it doesn't matter whether your box is circular or square like mine, you follow the same pattern. Create an outline, fill in the middle so that you can't see your floral foam. And if you would prefer not to use floral foam, then you need to find a container big enough to sit inside the hat box that will hold water and wire net if you choose to use it. And what we're looking to do is create something that's fairly circular or squared off to follow the shape of your container. Next I'm going to go with my gyp. Now I quite often put gyp in last as a filler flower, but I'm going to do it first today. Again, it's really all about showing you different ways of creating designs and showing you how versatile flowers are and how easy flower arranging can be if you just follow some simple steps. Now quite often I put the focal flowers in first, the bigger flowers, to get them spaced out evenly in an arrangement. But this time I'm going to go with my smaller flowers. This one is going to make a nice centre point. If you can imagine the size of that container tipped up on top, that's the sort of height that we're trying to create. I don't need to make a really big arrangement that's out of proportion with my box. I've cut the eryngium into 3 different parts. One I've got at the top here, then I'm going to place in 2 on either side. I've got these gorgeous little dainty hydrangeas which have actually come from my garden, and if you don't have hydrangeas, just think about the shape. It's a round shape, could be a carnation or a gerbera, it could also be a rose, and I'm going to get these tucked in nicely in amongst all my greenery. Now the foliage outline is there for a reason. It's created the shape, it's created the dimensions and the proportions, and I don't want to go any longer than the greenery outline I've already created. Now it's quite a dark design so far, and it's probably going to get even darker now because I'm going to add in these really dark red roses. And if this colour combination isn't for you, you can select whatever you want to have, but bearing in mind there should be some type of connection between your container and your flower choice at the top. Otherwise, the design looks very mismatched and doesn't connect very well together. So I've got 5 roses all together. I've placed 3 in to start with. Now I'm going to try and get 4 fairly evenly spaced around. Now because my container is square, I would rather use 4 roses instead of 3 because the 4 gives a squared off look rather than a circular shape. So 3 tends to work better in a round container, 4 tends to work better in a square container. And then I've got 1 rose to accompany my eryngium in the middle, which gives me my hyped flower. And then it's just a case of filling in with the red dogwood and those lovely calicarpa berries. And you've learnt 2 designs with the same flowers but with a different container, and it just goes to show how versatile flowers can be, and sometimes we don't need to overthink what we're doing. Now at the end of the video, now underneath the video is the description box. You will find some discount codes in there for our online floristry courses, and you can get 10% off the Christmas online courses, and it's a great place to ask any questions. So if you're not sure about something that I've talked about, or you're not sure of the name or the pronunciation of the flower, then you'll find it written in that description box directly underneath the video. You don't have to go far. I love to know what country you're watching me from because that absolutely fascinates me. And if there's any designs that you would like to see in the new year, I would suggest you put it in the description box now because I'll be planning the new year videos really soon. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then please do so. Hit that notification bell to be told every time I upload a new video. Like and comment in the box below and share with as many people as you possibly can. Now in the previous video I had 1 silver bow, and that design was front facing, so I only needed to have 1 bow. But because this is an all round arrangement, I really need to have a bow that's matching on the opposite side. So I'm very quickly going to use this gorgeous silver ribbon, and this is a wired edge ribbon so it holds its shape really nicely. I'm just going to make 4 loops, and I call it squash it in. So I've made 4 loops, squashed it in the middle to make that bow shape, and then I'm going to hold it together with a florist wire, twist that together so it holds into place, and I'm going to pop this in on the other side of the arrangement, the other side of that rose, and then I've got a more even distribution of that silver colour. So I hope you've enjoyed that one. Thank you as ever for watching. I look forward to seeing you for the next video, and I'm going to create another design in a hat box, but this time in a different shape. So thanks for watching and goodbye for now.